Hello everybody, this is ZigZagZog coming to you from my new home location, and we're back to continue our playthrough of Empire Total War featuring Darthmod and the 40 unit safe version. Last time saw us making peace with Spain, and I can't blame myself. Yeah, of course I'm not going to blame myself, but I can't blame myself because my trade nodes were threatened with an armada the likes of which I can't or don't have the ability to deal with. So we decided, and thank goodness they made some peace with us so I can hold on to my trade right now, because that is vital to my survival, keeping that trade going. The good news is we will be able to move against the French now. We just have a single focus down in the Americas, in the Louisiana territories down there. But in the meantime, what we're going to do is we're going to just move ahead to the next turn. One thing I did notice that I didn't see before is Austria's moved an army over here. I don't think I feel threatened myself, because they're at war. Basically, Austria's at war with the world right now. If we take a look at that, they're at war with Prussia, France, Spain, Barbary States, Ottoman Empire, Westphalia, Poland, Lithuania, and even some Indians. Let's throw in some Indians. Well, who could they? Well, maybe they're. Who knows? Maybe they lost a battle and that's where they retreated, or they're headed to who knows where. I guess we'll find out, because guess what? We're at the point where we're ready for the new turn, so let's get going and make it happen. We'll pop in if anything interesting should happen. Oh, there they go. That was their target. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we have a new neighbor. Westphalia is gone, and they've lost their home territory. Look at that. Now there's a trade agreement. Leopold of Austria would like to start trade with us, and I'm kind of interested in making some trade. Plug bayonet. He doesn't have a plug bayonet. Can we, let's just take a look at technology. He doesn't have a whole heck of a lot. So plug bayonet's probably not a bad thing to give him. Of course, it moves him up the technology tree, so maybe that's not what I want to give Leopold. Let's try doing that instead and see if he'll go for it, and let's find out. If not, we'll look next turn at making our own trade agreement and see if we can't get that income back that we lost with Westphalia. And we got a trade agreement, and we didn't give up anything military now that we have a new militarily strong neighbor, an unfriendly one at that. So fortunately we are building up our army there, so at least in Amsterdam I don't feel insecure. All right, we are back. And the interesting thing, okay, we got a successful mission. Let's take a quick look at France, at our rake. Yeah, it looks like they're still doing some kind of slow build over here. We gained an ancillary. Where did we do that? Research points for Enlightenment technologies. So which one is that? So right here, did we just advance and make an advancement? Not quite, not yet, but we've gained some skills here. For Enlightenment technologies, and there's a 10% chance of assassination. Let's just go through the reports real quick. I've got some more cavalry in the Netherlands and Amsterdam, and we continue to slowly build our economy. Actually, that's a good turn. We're up to 14,517 as far as income, so our income is climbing. What I'm going to do at this point, because I noticed looking around, I don't have my, I don't have a good old little militia down there. So we're going to build one of a militia to cover the port. So if I move my vast and massive navy out of harbor, it still will be protected. And a couple more infantry to boot. Now, what do we have the ability to construct here right now? We can get up to our presidential palace. So we'll come back to that one. We'll come back to that one. So Westphalia is no more, but we did not see that they are defeated. And I saw afterwards on the parts that I did not show, I noticed a bunch of gentlemen bailing from the Rhineland. So is there a Westphalia, Prussia? Oh, this is where they're the ones that defeated Saxony over here. So I imagine that's going to be Austria's new target, is over there, their new home in Saxony. But we have a new neighbor and a new trading partner. One thing we're going to do here is we're going to get our gentleman where he needed to be. That lowers our time on the Navy builds here. It's still a slow go right there. Canister shot will help immensely once we get that under our belts. So let's just... Did I finish the recruitment over here? Yes. So that's what we're going to do for this round over here. And then eventually I'll upgrade the schools. Maybe I will this turn because we got 2 more to go. But for now, let's head over to the Americas and get ourselves moving towards the Louisiana territories. And we're going to need some vessels to be able to do the moving for us. We got one in port right here. And are we everybody healed? We ran out of money right here. So let's get the last few working and getting healed. I don't think you needed any, but we'll add you to the list. Yeah. So everybody's at least working on getting replenished. Although I don't think that while we're at sea we will get replenished, but let's get ourselves, let's see if I can even move out yet. Oh yeah, the happiness is looking okay at the moment, so we can move our forces out of there. And I think we will just hole up here for the moment just to make sure replenishment happens. Well, I guess if I move all the way up here in one turn, it's close enough, and then offload. The way this game works, you can still replenish an enemy territory, so let's give it a go. Quicker we get up there, the less time France will have to build up its own forces. Let's just take everybody and get moving. Give them a little surprise up here. We'll just see if we can't get into their port. Let's find out if there's any navy to prevent us from doing what we want up here. There we go. They have a decent sized force up here.
Gevechtsposities klaar voor de strijd.
And our army has landed, and I'm kind of... Well, let's take a look at what we're dealing with here. We got colonial light infantry. We have decent forces here. We don't know if they have mortar in there with the garrison. I may just stay out here for the moment with my force as giving them a chance to replenish. Let's see if I can work on my other forces, namely down here. Okay, we do have a ship down here. We do have a vessel down here. Let's board right here with this force. And before we head out, down here in New Granada, did we ever do any recruitment? Because I could use some militia down here to guard my port. In fact, while we're thinking about it, I could use militia to be built to guard the port in Mexico. It's the cheapest way I know to protect a port. There we go. Now let's get our ship traveling and see if we can't join forces. Then we will definitely be far superior. And we'll see if we can't, yeah, we'll see if we can't knock them out as quickly as possible.
Zijn de orders, kapitein?
And you're the one with the general that just arrived, I do believe. all fit out? Is that what it is? Or did I just load them up on a ship? We will find out in just a second.
Marcheren!
No, they are landed down here. Let's just move them out of the port.
Nieuwe orders!
And let's
Marcheren!
see why. Okay, we did move them all out. There shouldn't be... Well, let's see if we can unload the last two then. Why couldn't we unload them with everybody else? I guess there's a limit to how many you can maybe do at the one time.
Voorwaarts!
Alright, so we got ourselves one heck of a nice little army over here. Only one. No, we got both artillery pieces back. I'm just going to double check. No, there's no more replenishment that is necessary or required there. So guess what, guys? We might as well just move ahead. Even though everybody's not replenished, everybody's not at full strength, we sure as heck do outnumber them. So let's go make a statement, make it happen quick with our quick strike force, and see if we can't take New Orleans.
Troepen klaar voor de strijd!
We'll see if they want to surrender on us. I didn't think so. But I always do it. I always check it. We do quite outnumber them, and they do not have any mortar garrison. So we'll go in there and set up. So be right back on the other side on the battlefield. And we'll see if we can make this happen. All right, beautiful field. Let's go take a look at what the battlefield looks like. So right off the bat, as far as ground, we are on the crest. We are where we would want to have those artillery pieces, because everything else is below. There'd be that hill in the way to keep them from firing. So we're just going to keep our pieces together on this one. And we will have them well protected on either flank. And we will definitely, with their having cavalry, we will definitely back up the artillery to protect it from a potential cavalry charge with our pikemen in the back. Let's clear out who's here next to us. Figure out how we want to set up. Okay, we may have some weird line issues with this terrain. So I think what it looked like, we're only going to fit a couple regiments over here. We'll fit some more on this side. And we will put a couple in reserve over here. The less than full strength, although we got some less than full strength over here. And then with this hill, let's put these three just on the other side of the hill, just in case they spread out wide. Oh, we just don't have a lot of ways to spread out because of the terrain. It's going to make having a single line awkward. We'll leave a little backup reserve over here, and then it's a matter of where do we want our cavalry. In fact, we got one more reserve that we'll kind of set back here. We'll put the commander right in the center, and we will put we're going to put all of our naval auxiliary over here. Whoops. Thought one side had some cover of trees. And there we go. We got some hidden cavalry on this side. Let's see if we can excuse me. Let's see if we can do something with our other cavalry. Do we have such a copse of trees on the other side? Perhaps, maybe. I don't know if you can hide as well as the natives. Apparently you can. So we got some hidden flank fun on the sides here. And somehow, yeah, let's keep you out towards the flank more. Okay, we are set up. We are ready to go. Excuse me, they have a much more compact area where they'll be starting, and let's get it going. Can fire right from the get-go. So there is some undulation in the hills to not be able to see them immediately. When they get closer, of course, we will be able to see them clearly. And they are sending some cavalry right up the center, so we got to be ready with our pikemen. In fact, we're going to move them just ever so closer, because if they do end up charging in, we're going to have to be able to get out there fast. We'll do some damage. Hard to hit those fast-moving guys. So since they've taken their attention off the center, let's see if we have a better target. And some line infantry looks like a good target to me. Looks like they are charging to round to the potential flank. Of course, we don't have square formation yet. We haven't researched that. So there's lots of protections potentially for cavalry that we do not have access to yet. So we change facing here in case they try coming all the way around. Oh, they're just coming up straight attack head on, and they change their mind due to our fire. Do they see our cavalry in the forest somehow? He's got his long-range snipers here who have been running for quite a bit, so they're winded. There'll be a great target for my hidden cavalry, depending on what his cavalry does. And if they stand there taking hits, they're going to retreat from this immediate vicinity, and we can charge on out on this unit here. The rest of the battle line is pretty inactive at the moment, so this is where the action is to start the battle. It looks to me like we do a straight charge here. That's what we're going for. And they're not thrilled with that little surprise. And they don't get off a shot before the charge. Boom. We have our way with them. And we broke them. And it looks like the fire from our line has broken their own cavalry, so we are free and clear on this flank. We will just keep up the pressure on these guys for now. We'll see if his cavalry tries to come to their rescue, but we are taking these guys out of the picture. I think we'll just bring you all the way up to the top of this crest of the hill. In fact, the cavalry has turned around. They may decide that they want to come pay us a visit. So let's go meet them head on. our 115 to their 54, and they're going down fast. In fact, that was the enemy general's unit, that cavalry. The light cavalry was the general unit. Not that this army had an official general. This is the, let's put it this way, the acting commander is down. So the flank once again is secure. They are bringing more line infantry up, but we can deal with them. Let's see how we want to deal with. We'll keep you featured there, and we will keep the other artillery battery featured over there. And they are rushing in to enclose us in a good old-fashioned line battle now that the flank little fun is done. And we'll give you guys some rest. Fire now. We're giving fire from the hillside. I don't know if my artillery unit can reach them now. Let's take a look. Doesn't look like it, so we might as well focus on something we can hit. And we can work on giving them some trouble on this flank. Oh, that's just the armed citizenry. So the only thing they have going for them is their high numbers. We will save the cavalry for another time. What have we got back here? Some more light cavalry. Should we go have some fun? They're all by their lonesome back here. We'll send out the other wing of cavalry to go see if they can deal with it. The lines are almost fully engaged. Up and down the line. Got over here that I lost track of. Line infantry looked like they were going to try and go after my cavalry. Is that what they were trying to do? Nope, looks like they're forming up to shoot up here more than their angles. So, guess what? We'll charge into the rear as they try moving up the hill. Get off their volley, but someone should look behind them and go, "Hey guys." Okay, they're firing elsewhere, so that is a good thing. We're sitting okay at 107. We aren't losing too badly. We are winning very well. They're down to 227. Okay, we've almost taken out a third of their forces. Let's go take a look at the other cavalry and see how they're doing. Oh, we have a retreat is what we have on all these guys somehow. Was someone firing on them that I'm not aware of? Or was it self-inflicted fire? Because I didn't take off their ability. So somehow cavalry is a much better thing to use, at least as naval auxiliary cavalry. I tell you, it's my experience, they're much nicer to use when they are not shooting, at least if they're not off by themselves. When they're off by themselves, fine, but they sure do not coordinate well enough to not inflict serious friendly fire. Let's kind of scroll up the line, see how it looks like we're doing. We've lost probably more cavalry than I would prefer, but we did knock them out. Let's keep engaged there. The rest of the line looks like we can handle what they're bringing. I do not like the fact we could be taking fire here. On the ground, maybe there's a slight rise where they're not doing so well, so let's do this. Let's do this. Let's halt the artillery. So we give our pikemen a little fun here. A little hand-to-hand pre-bayonet fun. And then we will bring up this regiment of line infantry. See if we can't provide a little screening. Okay, we've broken this side. Oh, we're taking fire. Let's just charge in on that armed citizenry. They do not like charges. We should be able to break. And the shots they provide are not as strong as line infantry. So let's get in there and enclose, guys. Come on. Don't stand at a distance. Get in there and charge. Pikemen. Let's have some fun with the pikemen. You know, if I was a charging guy with a pikeman, I might be holding it a little lower, guys. So maybe the animations aren't what they could be, but we are taking it to them as if we had lowered it down. And we're still fine over here. We took more casualties than I would have preferred, but we're still fine. So let's take a look at the rest of the line and see where we might maneuver and have some fun now. They're about to give up. Start working on their last stubborn units, like this one. And they've got to be tired out, so let's see if we can reverse course. And we can advance over here too. Why not run, run, run? Because we've just been standing there. We ought to be fresh. Yep, yep. Okay, pikemen, I think you've taken enough damage. Let's withdraw. We got line infantry coming up. And they should wither under this angled fire. I do want my pikemen to withdraw. A little faster than that, because they're going to take friendly fire if they don't get the hay out of there. Took a lot of pike casualties, but it looks like we are about to see a retreat. We are about to see victory is what it looks like on the map to me. There we go. Let's end this battle and see if we just took over New Orleans. Alright, we lost 1405 out of our forces. Twice as many on their part. So very good job. In fact, our cavalry almost, other than General's bodyguard. Do we get many promotions? Not really from the tribal. The mounted auxiliary, not so much. Oh, this one did. Some nice line promotions. So we did our job. We did our job. And New Orleans is ours. Let's get the repairs going. It's expensive repairs, actually. And there we go. So now we just have one more French territory here near. Although we are he no longer has access to the Caribbean, being in the upper Louisiana, but we're going to go take care of this one too once we are able to repair ourselves. So let's get the army in here. In fact, let's look at everybody and heal that way. That took a lot of money to get them healed up. We don't have a lot of funds left to deal with things. Captured New Orleans, and ancillary has been gained, plus 10% to recovery chance of battle casualties. There we go. We just got a surgeon auxiliary down there. All right, so that takes care of the Americas at the moment. I do have enough funds to maybe squeeze in one of our upgrades to a plantation, and that's about it. Let's take a quick peek over in India. Refresh our memory here. And fortunately, the Mughals did not, at least right away, make a declaration of war against us. So we can't do any recruiting there yet. So we'll just hang on. We got a priest who's over here now, and let's see if he can. Ooh, he's up to 7%. Went from 3 to 7, so he's maybe feeling a little more excited now in a new territory. Who knows? Let's see if he's gets energized a little bit here. Okay. So I don't really have a lot extra. I'm gonna spend down here. Well, let's put it this way. I don't have a lot of funds with which to spend. Eventually we can do maybe a slow build down here, some more VOC infantry. And what did we have left up here? I know something we can look at up here. Let's take a look at our ministers. And that India, the guy ministering over India, let's trade him out and see if we get better or worse. Oh, we got the most hideous of all. Alphonse Voorhees. How bad is it? He's morally impaired, -1 to management. He's a patron, so he wouldn't be quite as bad in the Navy, but wouldn't even come close to that guy. So it's going to cost us a little bit having this guy in India. Adds to the upkeep of our forces there, lowers the tax income, does nothing about repression, not that that's an issue right now. And we lose management because he's over in the corner drinking too much wine. So lovely pickup, guys. Lovely, lovely pickup. So that looks to be about the turn here. Let me take a moment to look around the map, and then we'll be right back. Okay, I'm not really seeing anything else that needs to be dealt with, needs to be handled, so hang on. We'll see you on the other side of this turn, see if it brings us anything new and exciting. Okay, Friedrich, you're back again. You're wanting that same old alliance, and you want me to really pay for it. Well, sorry, Buster. All right, once again, our agent is successful in France. Let's just see if there's any surprises over here. Not really. So we're fine keeping an eye on things over here. We got a new trait on somebody. Oh no, even a change in scenery for him. I guess anywhere down there in that theater, he's just not excited converting. But hey, converting from 0 is a good thing for me, so I got no other place for you, guy. You're stuck down there no matter how much you complain. What do we got? Recruitment report, New Granada, New Spain. So we have our coverage for our ports. Same in the Netherlands. So let's get that done real quick before we forget, at least up here. Down to the port. And we are covered in case we move that massive fleet out. What else do we have here? New town emerges. We got some growth going on down below. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, this is a new town in our territory in India that has grown up. So we have some choices on how we might want to build it up. Right now, I'm thinking church school is what we're looking for down here. My guy's feeling a little lonely. Maybe getting him some help and company down here is going to improve his attitude. We got a road and a state house built. So our income still is solid. We're going to take a look first. I think what I'm going to do is I am going to spend the funds early over here. Let's just do the recruitment that I think we need. I'm going to do 1 more demi-cannon, 2 more infantry. And I think we're just going to go ahead and improve one of the schools too. We'll hold off. We'll not do the state house at the moment. And that looks like it's about it up here for the time being. Oh, let's do it before we leave here and get the ministers out of my mind. We got new ministers, right? Let's get rid of him. Let's make his tenure record short. And there we go. We got an improvement right here. Let's see if there's any better spot for you. Treasury, potentially. And justice, but we're doing fine in those positions. So there's our team. We got 3 more turns till the next election. So hang in there, guys. We'll see if you get reelected or if we get the old cabinet back. Let's take a quick peek in the Americas. And we'll get ourselves moving and on the road. What does our happiness look like? Looks like we have no problem moving this force out. What I'm going to do, though, because that's pretty dang far inland, I'm going to guess that we don't need that full force to be able to take over that territory. I have a feeling the bulk of his forces were right there to try and cut us off right at the start. So let's split up our army as we move to Upper Louisiana. In fact, we'll take the general with us, and we'll just do the native cavalry. This, we want both artillery pieces. And I'm thinking top row of infantry regiments of foot line infantry. And that's what we'll take with us up north.
Klaar voor orde. Zeg er nog iets.
And that should be more than sufficient to get the job done.
Troepen voorwaarts. Naar links. Marcheren.
The rest are just in case we need someone ready, just in case some surprise happens, that we have a force that can jump on a fleet. And they're getting repaired too, to go help us out somewhere else. Keep that option open. Now let's take a look over, well, we'll do one. While I'm here, let's improve one plantation. In fact, we have, this is tobacco. We might as well just start a plantation here. In fact, is there, I think there's another one down here somewhere that we haven't started. Is it on Hispaniola? Yes, here it is. We might as well at least get some income functioning there before the upgrade. So let's run over to India. Let's do the recruitment first of some VOC infantry. Just keep that going in case we all of a sudden need it. 4,500. I think I'm going to go ahead and try for build the national observatory. So maybe, of course, that may bring the gentleman down here, and we got to ship him a long ways away to get him to a school. But just the ability to recruit potential extra gentlemen, we'll go for it. Down to 2,000. I don't know that we have any more. Well, we probably got some roads that we can upgrade. Let's start checking some infrastructure. In fact, here we go. Right where we are. All right, I'm guessing. What I'm going to do is I think that may be the turn, but I'm going to, as I usually do off camera, so you don't have to watch me just looking around. We'll be right back, and I'll let you know if I find anything I got to take care of before we end the turn. All right, really did not see anything, so we are going to go right back to the home country, and we will hit next turn. I'll let you know if we find anything interesting. Of course, we'll stop it and pause and take a look. Otherwise, I'll see you on the other side. All right, looks like we had a clean turn there. Looks like we finished a social contract. We'll take a look at that and see where else we may want to put our efforts here. Large tea plantation down in Ceylon is complete. Oh, and the trade agreement has been canceled with Austria. I wonder if a path from the Rhineland has broken, so we don't have a path to the capital anymore. I'm curious. Let's go take a look. And we do have our rake in here. Whoops. That's supposed to be a zoom, guys. Yeah, it looks like it's kind of hanging steady here. No major buildup at all. Let's go take a look over in Austria. I'm concerned. Oh, I'm not concerned at all. I'm just curious. Apparently there's no path left that they used to have. What big change am I not seeing here? I don't know why they would have canceled that agreement otherwise. Unless... No, they are blockaded down here by the Ottomans, but I saw that earlier, so that's nothing new per se. Interesting, but I have no answer as to why they canceled their trade agreement, because I don't see a physical reason. And there are the units that we have recruited. Down to only about 13,621 as far as income. Let's take a look at our research and see if this is where we want to be over here on this research. Actually, no. Actually, what I forgot to do is social contract was finished. Once I built this school, I was supposed to change social contract over to division of labor, because that allows me some more, and I didn't need this one necessarily right away. Oh well, it's a few turns of waste. But not the end of the world. This gets us up to having tobacco warehouses, etc., for all the different for the different items here, and it looks like enables construction of commercial port also. So upgrading of our ports becomes available here. So this is a very important technology. After that, I'll probably hop over to utilitarianism to start upgrading schools once again even more. We're almost up there, so we don't have the old plug bayonet. We almost got rid of that dang plug bayonet. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bite the bullet on this one. A couple more line infantry. And I'm going to bite the bullet on this one and upgrade the State House. It's a big investment. Let's see, what does this one tell me? 15%. It adds another 3%, I think, to our tax income up here. It does increase repression, which we will need as we upgrade our schools even more. So while I got the funds at the moment, we're going to upgrade that. And I'll probably need to upgrade this building again at some point. We just aren't going to do it on the same turn, just so I have some spending flexibility. One thing I am going to do on the slow side, or on this side of things, is just recruit one more 5th rate. Not that I have a navy to compete up here, but while I'm thinking about it, let's recruit one, so we aren't left in the dust that much. Head over to India real quick. The Mughals have not, thank goodness, made any kind of a move against us up here. So it kind of gives me a little space, gives me a little time. Maybe do a little more recruiting down here too. And I think we will, as long as our income's over that 10,000 kind of benchmark. I'm going to continue recruiting. If I see it dip below that, then maybe we'll back off. And then in the Americas, we're going to continue our march north into the Louisianas. Here we are. And we are fully healed now too. So let's get over the bridge into enemy territory and head up the road and see if we can get them in sight. Not quite, so we'll head up to our target there next turn. We should be fully replenished now down here too. Yes, we are. What I want to do is upgrade. How about a little sugar this time? So we make that our next plantation to upgrade. And that should finish our spending this way. So we're in good shape there. And what I'll do one more time, you know what I do. I take a look around the map because I hate missing stuff and going, oh, I should have done that. I should have done this. Even doing that, I miss enough as it is, eh? So I'll see you in just a moment while I check out the map. Okay, so pretty much Austria ended, as far as I can tell, for no real reason. Our trade agreement. I'll just try a little straight up trade agreement. See if he's open to that. He is unfriendly though, so probably not. There's no way, since he is not reliable in my mind, am I going to pay him now for a trade agreement? and we got it back. So yeah, without any cost, I'm willing to give it a chance. There's nothing out of my pocket to give it a shot one more time and see if we can't get some extra income from it. Yeah, it gets us up over 14,000, almost 14.5 as far as projected income for next turn. And on that note, what we're going to do is I'm going to end the episode at this time. So next time we can at least start with a small battle up in Upper Louisiana near the beginning of the episode. So we're guaranteed to have a battle in the next episode. So this is ZigZagZog signing off once again from my new home, having fun exploring and looking around and discovering new things. And I hope you are enjoying watching this, and maybe you're discovering new things. Who knows if I play like everybody else or I play a little different the way I do it. Who knows? Hopefully you're at least enjoying the playthrough. Leave me a like, dislike, comment, subscribe if you haven't done so already. Let me know how I'm doing. Love hearing from y'all, and I do appreciate y'all watching. Thank you so much.